Thank you for keeping it here on Morning at NTV. It's a sad morning for the arts and creatives industry, but of course also the media industry, because we are mourning the passing of one of our own, because he's a media personality. He's one in the arts and culture in the sector. We're talking about Omulongo Kato Lubwama. Kitalo nnyo, tuli wane Mutundwe. We are mourning this son, gallant son of Uganda, gallant son of Uganda, who has done a lot for the music industry, for the arts industry, but also for the broadcast industry and in this constituency of Lubaga South. That is, of course, he served the Parliament of Uganda, served Ugandans, and in different areas. Indina aba family wano abamu kubo be bantu aba family bano abasuzeewo oluvannyuma lw'okulya ekitalo kino ekyagudde mu ggwanga. Of course, buli wabaawo okufa kano kabonero mu Buganda akalagira ddala nti yes, embeera si nnungi. Kitalo, ensonga lwaki waliwo ekisiki kino. The vigil was here because we got to know about the passing of the late Kato Lubwama around 1:30 in the night, and people are still coming to terms for this grandson who was born in 1970. And you know, he went through Nabagereka Primary School, Odi Kampala Secondary School, and he went to Mackay University, where he attained different qualifications. Kansoka ate njogereko n'omubaka wa Kampala Central ng'ovudde kuba nti mubaka yabeera mu Parliament n'omubaka Kato Lubwama, ate ekyenjawulo ennyo nti muli omu akimanyi nti munywanyi nnyo w'omugenzi kati Kato Lubwama. Twakulabye ku ddwaliro lya Stana Medical Center we yafiiridde. Okusooka ddala, wategedde otya, kyakuyisizza kitya nga Muhammad Nsereko munywanyi wa Kato Lubwama?
Of course, nga bulijjo bwe namaze okusaala neebaka nagenza okuwulira nga bankubira amasimu mangi. Okay, banzuukusiza later in the night amasimu. Neŋŋamba kiki, ate Alhaji ewaka yabaddemu omulwaddemu yabadde teyeewulira bulungi. Kiki kino simu ki? Sekuritale wange n'antegeeza nti tufunye amawulire agatali malungi nti Kata afudde, naye oteeka okutuukawo breaking a story, kuba bwe yayogera nti temubangako kye mukola nga Nsereko tannatuuka. So nenvuga emmotoka, Mungu n'ampa amaanyi n'ansaasira, nenvuga emmotoka nenzija nemutunulako nenkakasa nga Kato ddala abadde mufu, era nentegeeza nembikira abantu bonna. Nebaza nnyo famire obwesigwa bwe yanteekamu okutuukiriza ekigambo kye kyabadde aŋŋamba mu lwatu, naye nga nawe yakiba.
Let the world know about that word, that the world doesn't know, but because you were a friend to the late, that you know what the secrets you shared with Kato.
Well, you want that in English? Of course, it's a very sad moment, but we shared a number of moments with the Honorable Kato Lubwama. And by the way, wherever we were together, we didn't discuss politics. He would talk about his social life. He would talk about his ambitions. But he also said, I don't want you to die and I don't bury you. But if I die first, you must be the first one to know and break the silence to the world.
What did he tell you about that is part of maybe his will?
Well, as part of his will, and which he has told many people, is that he should not be hurriedly buried. He always told me, Honorable Nsereko, you're my friend, you're a brother, you're a Muslim. You hurriedly bury people. For me, no. He first said 2 weeks. I told him, maybe I won't bury you because you can't make us mourn you for 2 weeks. We shall lose weight because we shall be crying every day. So he said, now 1 week, no amendment. I said, okay.
And would the family agree to the 1 week?
But they all know it. Hardly had I talked about it than they all mentioned the same. So he had told it to many people, were like 20 people corroborating the same statement. So I'd like to inform the country that we've lost a very genuine gentleman who has made a huge contribution in the performing art industry and who wishes everyone well.
What will you dearly miss about Kato Lubwama, the person you know, the friend you worked with in Parliament, the person you've been moving around with, even out of Uganda?
His love. If Kato loved you, he genuinely loved you. And he was loyal no matter what. Kato was loyal, And he's someone who would look at me and say, I love you so much, and then he cries at his own evolution. Because of the love, when you gave Kato love, he returned love. If you gave him hatred, he multiplied it by 100 and returned it to you. But he would quickly forgive. Because I remember their scuffle with Bajo on, was it NTV, Corner House Park. But they became good friends eventually. Said, I've forgiven Bajo and we are eating from the same plate. So he was reconciliatory, he was a forgiving guy, but Kato loved his family. Kato was close to his children, and Kato loved his nation and his country, and he was someone who was open to talking to everyone. So he was not selfish.
You were a member of parliament. I want to move someone else. That is Philip Luswata. But you're a member of parliament. We usually see people being mourned on the floor of parliament who have contributed a lot. This Kato Lubwama you're talking about has made is a pillar in the arts and culture industry. Revolution, trained many, nurtured many. I think he also deserves a mention.
Oh yes, I've spoken to the Right Honourable Speaker and would like to thank her for her support so far. She said she will come through. However, the law now does not allow us to take his body for the official burial in Parliament and mourning in Parliament. But, of course, we shall table a motion on the floor of Parliament, and I think government and the opposition in unison will come up with a motion to pay tribute to the late Honourable Paul Kato Lubwama, who served us politically and through entertainment and etc. He opened the way for entertainers to feel part of this world and have the confidence to know and say, listen, we can also make it in politics. Yeah, and for even people who thought they were downtrodden or maybe odds were against them, but he gave them that hope that you can be. If you work hard, if you express yourself. Kato was a true reflection of city at danger. Kato atomera buli kimu. Gwomanya bw'omuzza. He had confronted running battles, but genuine battles with people in the arts industry, but he was quick to mend faces.
Thank you.
So Kato is the real city at danger.
City at danger. Neyanza nnyo kitalo nnyo webale nnyo mubaka Muhammad Nsereko. Of course kyali wane makage manyi nti omuntu gwe twogera omulongo Kato Lubwama ujja mwogerako nnyo ne ku revolutionizing the commentary, sports commentary, kubanga mbisebe beberako ne Peter Sematimba ne Abe Muchibi wali ku CBS abakola kinene nnyo to revolutionize sports commentary mu Kaliso segment. Kanjoleko ne playwright, a director and film actor, that is Philip Luswata. Omuntu ono mmanyidde ddala ebbanga ddene, but you as an actor, director, and everything about arts and culture, you are part of one of the people that we celebrate in this country. How would you remember Kato Lubwama?
Kato Lubwama has been a multi-talented artist. Okufuna omuntu ali multi-talented ngoyo kiba kizibu. Okufuna omuntu ng'ayimba, awandika emizannyo, awandika ennyimba, azanya instruments. You know, that's the kind of rounded artist everyone would want to become. I don't know kuba nti he has been an artist who wants to share what he has. Omanya abantu kati bojja n'omumanya, I've recently been working with him very closely. Naye bw'omumanya alina that urge to give, that urge to share what he has. That is a very powerful thing, and that's something I think we have missed a lot. I don't know about tunula music. Ojakusanga, that rare thing that he's one of the few who has mentored big musicians we have now, who has mentored big actors that we have now.
I remember even in Eagles production.
Oh yeah, so many in Eagles production through his Diamonds production. So you can imagine the kind of loss we are dealing with today. It's big.
Okujjukira omuntu ng'ono Paul Kato Lubwama alina ettaffaali ddene nnyo on the music, arts and culture industry mu Uganda muno okunakyalinga abaana bato bali mu industry eno. How should this person be remembered? Not only from the performing sector, but also the entire country. We know he is already celebrated as he was given a medal that it was 2017, but ekyenjawulo kirina okuba nga kimujjukirwako n'okumukolerwa okumujjukira emirembe gyonna.
Omanyi kyendowooza nze, I think like an actor, and just like all people, we all make our entries into this world, into the stage, and then we spend the rest of our time kind of trying to build our exit so that we make the most expressive exit as big as possible and to be relevant as possible before we leave, so that we can be remembered in a big way, leave impact, leave an applause, so that people clap and say, oh, avudeko naye chakoze checho. And I think we need to remember this man for his audacity. Omuntu eyavayo, who would think that someone as small as Kato Lubwama would come up and nasigukura, that big thing that Ken Luchamuzi was. And he used to say it as if he's joking, and with no resources whatsoever. So just to steal from Gundi Chiagama, the audacity to dream, that's huge. Yeah, ate banji kuffe ng'abannakatemba twalinga tetukirabanga eyo divide tulaba nti si yaffe ewo si waffe awo waabali awo waabali naye kakati we are there. And
just in a few seconds, your last word.
My last word is, I feel sorry for all people who have, interacted with him, and I want to say my condolences, and let us be together. Let also his demise be an opportunity for us to start saying, now we need to rebuild, we need to revamp. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Philip Ruswata, an actor, film director, and everything that you can talk about in the arts and creative sector. Stephen Mbidom Fefe Switchbuga will now take you back to studios, but we say it's a big, sad morning. We shall forever mourn the passing on Paul Kato Lubwama. So, Bidugu, Ngaba Musinga Bamumanyi. Back to you in the studios.